Men love to use threats of cheating when they have a dead bedroom at home. That's what this commenter is referring to. Correct. We're not. Just don't be shocked when men get it somewhere else. Because for every action, there's a reaction. Resentment has a bitter taste. You know what has a worse taste? Divorce. Because in divorce, you lose half of your assets. You lose your car, you lose your boat, you lose your house, you pay child support. In some cases, you pay alimony. And you know what? She gets to keep the house, and she gets to drive around in her car, and she gets to have her new boyfriend over to the house.
You're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
You know, guys, I've had this channel for around 3 years now, and this is the first time a TikTok video actually gave me a visceral reaction. Because without even realizing it, I put myself in that scenario. What would happen if I was married to a woman who threatened me that if I don't accept living in a marriage with no intimacy and I get it somewhere else, she's gonna divorce me and take my house and my cars, and then she's gonna smash her boyfriend into my bed.
I dare you! I double dare you, mother...
And now that I think about it, my knee-jerk reaction would have been to throw her out the house, then laugh in her face when the cops came because the cops can't do crap about it.
What?
In my country, premarital assets are pretty much untouchable, and if she's not listed as the owner of the property, the cops can't legally force me to let her stay. Not even a judge can. And in the divorce that I would have filed for, she wouldn't have gotten alimony, because that's not a thing in our legislation, and she also wouldn't have gotten any child support because the kids go to the parent who, you know, actually has a house and better income, not the one who's broke. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why Romania only has a 28% divorce rate, because family laws are not made for women. They're gender neutral. Now, here's the thing. Even though things are different in America, I've come to admire this lovely lady's husband, because even in a biased system, the man came out on top and then some. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, it's Jenna, recently divorced, 47. And giving tips and asking questions about this new life after divorce. And I don't know, I'm in a different stage today. Honestly, I literally have been having a great week, amazing week, and then all of a sudden today, my emotions, I had the craziest thoughts, and I wonder, does anybody else feel this way? Like, I feel like I'm in mourning of the life I thought that I was going to have, and I'm kind of pissed at myself. I stayed in a marriage for 23 years and built up a family and my ex's career and everything, and we literally just got to where it was supposed to be everything we dreamed of. Like, owned a company, making, almost $1 million, and that was my breaking point, and I left it all.
Yeah, and if you watch this video, she admits that she divorced her husband because she watched women like this on TikTok.
That's stupid!
And I'm not a person that is about money, and I'm not a person who feels like they have to have like labels and name brands and all that stuff. But I really have found that, like, I've kind of been in mourning of the, like, oh my gosh, like, I gave it all up. And I don't have a traditional career. I'm a photographer that in my marriage, it was made to be a hobby. I never could outdo my other. I had to drop everything, to keep up with the family, for their needs, to make sure everything built in their career, their business, all that. So it wasn't like I had a 9-to-5 where I got 401, where I got steady income, all that. Yes, I market the crap out of my business. Yes, I'm an amazing photographer. And yes, I have so many amazing clients. They're great. But the reality was, like, everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave, I gave it all up. Like, all up. And most people are like, oh, well, you should have got your end in court. No. South Carolina has some crazy, crazy rules.
No, sweetie. South Carolina has rules that are slightly less biased against men, and your husband knew how to protect his assets.
I had no clue that the worst was yet to come in the 1 year of separation. And so it's weird because I find that I just thought today for a split second, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, what the is wrong with you? I thought, I should have just stayed. I should have stayed. It wasn't that bad. Like, you made it 23 years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are like college and one's almost out of high school. Like, you made it. You made it. Like, it didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate life and all that. You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money and you had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can relax.
Yeah, that's the rational part of your brain trying to tell you that you effed up badly.
But it is terrifying. Like, I could have stayed. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier. I could have just gone and done whatever I wanted. Kind of. I mean, I say that, and then I think as I say that, I'm like, but you couldn't. It's like so weird that my brain thinks that way. And I called my girlfriend and I told her, I was like, I probably should have just stayed. I should have just stayed. It wasn't that bad. And she just started, she's like, Jenna, what are you talking about? Like, literally, they were horrible to you. They told you to shut up. They told you not to breathe, not to eat. Every little part of your life, every day, you were miserable and you were crying. You are not remembering that.
Well, of course, sweetie, your girlie here probably helped convince you to divorce your husband, and now she's trying to keep you single, especially if she's single herself. I mean, you having a millionaire husband and her not having a millionaire husband kind of makes her look bad. It's much better if you're both miserable and broke, so don't believe your lying eyes and your gut feeling. Even if you think it wasn't that bad because you actually lived it and she didn't, trust me, it was bad. It was actually worse. You just couldn't tell, but she could.
And then I just keep thinking, I'm like, but I had a huge house and all my bills were paid for and I never had to think how they were going to get paid. And I'm not a person that is about money. Bruh. But it is hard to be a single female when you're 47, when your kids are out. It's not like I have little kids. I always say if I had little kids, this would be not even a question because that instinct comes in. I have to, my kids, you know, I got little kids. I got to get them up for school. I got to get them to here. I got to get them to there. I got to go to work. I got to do that. I don't have that.
Oh yeah, another big brain moment. As a stay-at-home mom, divorce your millionaire husband when your kids are over 18 so you legally have no chance of getting child support.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being so dumb.
I'm literally at home. The worst time of my day is after the gym at night when the house is quiet and silent and I just am in my thoughts. And it's so hard. Like, I'm my own boss. If I don't go to work, if I get sick, nothing happens. And my Jenna Murphy photography would just crumble.
You know, sweetie, that's exactly what your ex-husband did for 23 years. Constantly grinding as the sole breadwinner. Because if he would ever stop, your stay-at-home self and the kids would have crumbled. And all that time, he never complained, yet here you are, whining about it on TikTok, only having to take care of yourself, not an entire family.
Pathetic.
Every time I think future and long run, I freak out. Because my future was right there. Like, it was solidified. Like, I was comfortable for the rest of my life. Maybe not mentally in my relationship, but financially, I was fine. And I gave it all up to be happy. And I know time will come. I know that will happen. And I'm not a materialistic person, and I'll never, ever be with someone for money.
Bullshit.
But it's terrifying. Like, am I the only one that feels this way? Like, I think people just think, oh, well, she's blonde, blue eyes, she's a gold digger.
You're goddamn right.
Sweetie, I'm pretty much sure why you divorced your husband. He wouldn't let you be in charge of his money. TikTok told you that's financial abuse. Then you divorced him thinking the government would put you in charge of his money, and you lost.
Serves you right.
Now, here's the funny part. you could have had your cake and eat it too, because since your kids are grown up, all you had to do is tell your husband, "Sweetie, I'd like to spend money on stupid crap, and since you won't let me spend your money on stupid crap, which makes sense, I'm gonna start my own photography business so I can spend my money on stupid crap, not yours." And I guarantee you, he would have supported you and your marriage would have been fine. But you see, in order for that to happen, you should have had the mindset of working through and fixing disagreements in the marriage, not the mindset of, "He refuses to cater to me, therefore I will punish him with divorce."
Just like a woman.
And at the end of the day, yeah, resentment has a bitter taste. Divorce tastes worse. But you know what tastes the worst? When you divorce your husband, you get nothing in the divorce, and the younger woman gets to drive around in your car, sleep in your bed with your ex-husband, and worst of all, spend money that you no longer have access to.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, gentlemen, if you're looking for a New Year's resolution, choose to be like this lovely lady's ex-husband and protect your assets, because every time a gold digger goes broke, a space marine gets his wings.
For the Emperor! And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.